Hello everyone, in this lesson we will talk about the 0.5 Fibonacci level and how to use it, why it is very important, and also how I'm using it with this strategy that I'm teaching in the course. Now, keep in mind that if you see my charts with the 0.5 Fib level, it doesn't mean that we're not using our usual Fibonacci levels. They're just used for different purposes. So our Fibs are more used for entries and to find possible entries if there is confluence with a supply or demand level. So for example, right here we have gold 4 hours Fibonacci levels, then we have demand, and we could target this demand, which is slightly lower than our Fibs, in order to enter and continue if there are all the confirmations that we need, of course. Now, why do sometimes you see me use the 0.5? The 0.5 is used for different purpose. Now, keep in mind that, as I said already, my Fibs are used drawing them from the bodies of the candles. So this is, always remember this. While the 0.5 Fib, you just need to go here and just put the 0, the 1, and the 0.5. You can put my same color, you can put different colors, you can decide. Now, the 0.5 Fib is used for a different purpose. And first of all, we need to draw it from the wicks. This Fib is used to understand if we are in a discounted or premium area in the chart. What does it mean? It means that, for example, in this chart, we have this push to the upside, and this push to the upside has a discounted and premium area. In this case, this is the discounted area, so below the 0.5 is discounted, and up here we have the premium area. Now, if we are looking for buys, so if we want to follow the trend and we see that with our overall analysis, we have a breakout structure to the upside and we want to find demand areas where to buy, then we will avoid looking at all demand areas that are not at a discounted area. Just like when you go to the store, you want to buy discounted stuff. In this case, you want to buy at a discounted price. So here we have this demand, we don't care about it. We have this demand, we will not look for buys at this demand. While down here, we have this demand and a lower demand. And these two areas are the ones that we will take into consideration, while these two, we just don't even take them into consideration. Now, for more advanced traders who are getting used already to using the 0.5, who already know how to trade these setups when we come back to the discounted area and we have a good demand, they know how to wait for confirmation and so on, and it becomes kind of routine. You can keep in mind that once we are on a premium area, usually the price tends to come back to a discount. So here you could look for counter trend trades, which of course are lower probability and therefore you should go with lower risk. But if you have the confirmation, you can go with counter trend trades targeting a demand at a discounted area. So for example, we are up here, you have, let me go on the chart, we're up here, you have this demand down here, which is at a discounted price. We are at premium. If we have a confirmation that we are reversing from the premium area, then we can target this discounted area and a demand at a discounted area in order to enter our sales, because price tends to come back. Now, other than the more advanced stuff, let's do some more examples on premium and discount. So, for example, let's go to the 1 hour. Well, right now is not really, let's go back here, since right now is kind of ranging and not really trading with momentum. So here, for example, we have this push to the downside, okay? Push to the downside right here. We don't know where we want to sell at this area. We draw our premium and discount from the wicks. Keep in mind from the wicks in this case, not the body. And well, and then we go to lower time frames to possibly look for an area here. So in this case, we have this area. We come back to premium, and we come back down. Here there is no supply, so of course there is no entry, but I'm just showing you we don't want to enter any sells at a discount in this case, because right now we're looking for sales, and therefore for sales we're looking at premium and not at discount. Okay. So when you're trying to sell something, as an example in real life, when you're trying to sell something, for example, you buy a watch, an investment watch, you buy a Rolex, and you want to sell it later in time for a higher price. When will you sell it? When the price of your Rolex is at premium, which means that maybe you bought it for a lower price, price went up, we are at a premium price, so the price is higher compared to where you bought, and therefore you are looking to sell at that area, at that price. Same thing for Forex. Right here, we're not interested in selling at discount, we're interested in selling at premium. We come to premium, we don't mitigate the supply, and we just go down, but you get the point. We actually rejected from this area, which is an area that I don't consider on my trading plan. I just prefer trading with supply and demand areas. And of course, these we didn't reach the 1 hour. We didn't reach the 1 hour supply, but we did reach the 4 hours. If we check the 4 hours, it was just probably a bigger area, yes, and therefore we actually reached that. We went to the downside. And if we were trading with 4 hours supply, then we would have considered this already. And then we go to the 1 hour, which is what we do usually, what I do. So we have this 4 hours area, then we go to the 1 hour and we refine it to the last up move before the down move. So this is refinement. Of course, I always prefer to see the higher area to be reached, but of course you need to keep in mind that if you have a very good confirmation, which I believe that I see right here, because I see a small consolidation push to the upside for liquidity and continuation to the downside, then that's good. If you want lower time frames, that's probably what you see. And later on the entry types video, you will see this, but I'll show it to you since we are here. So consolidation, push to the upside, change of direction to the downside, retracement, and we're looking to enter at same thing at premium. So it applies both for entry confirmations and also for overall analysis on higher time frames. And as you can see, we are not selling right here, we are selling at premium. So you're not interested in selling down here, you're only interested in selling at premium. So both for entries on lower time frames and for higher time frames analysis, okay? But later we will see, of course, in the entry confirmation video how to do it. Then let's keep going. We have, okay, same thing, push to the downside, premium and discount. We're not interested in selling anything down here. We are interested in selling up here. Okay, same thing. So this allows you to already eliminate some supply and demand areas in which maybe you're not interested. Same thing here, GPCHF, 4 hours. This is the overall down move, the direction of the market started from up here and just went down. We draw discounted and premium area, and you already eliminate that. You know that you will not sell or even look for sales at this area. You already eliminated that area, but you know that you might consider this one, you might consider this one, you might consider all of these, actually this one too, etc. But at least you eliminate part of your supply and demand areas just by looking at premium and discount. Now, in this case, here we had the breakout structure. Therefore, we know that this area, which is the area before the strong breakout structure with strong momentum, could be a strong area to consider. Now let's keep going. Okay, your CAD, we have this move to downside, and we are looking to sell at premium. So either here or also here is not bad. This depends. I'll also talk about the analysis, not only about premium and discount. So we just know that up here above the 0.5 is premium. Right now, we also saw that there was a breakout structure to the downside, not very strong because we just stopped below it. But we know that we are either going to sell here for continuation to the downside, or we have liquidity of these two highs with an unmitigated supply above it. So we might consider that one if we go higher. But you will see this in other videos. I'm just showing you since we are on charts and we talk about it since we're here. Not only showing you the premium and discount. Same thing right here. And this applies for both buys and sells. Whether you have a buy bias or a sell bias, it applies to both. For example, here we had this push to the downside. This is a trade that I missed. In this case, it didn't hold the premium and discount, but this will help you a lot because you will add a lot of accuracy in your analysis. So for example, here I had a lower time frames confirmation already. And you will put all of this together when you will see the lower time frames confirmation. I had this break to the downside for lower time frames confirmation. We draw the premium and discount. We come back to premium, supply at premium. Perfect continuation to the downside. Okay. Now I was on high time frames, and we actually had I missed that entry. We had a deeper movement, and then I was waiting for this high to be considered as liquidity, price reaching premium, this supply area which was not mitigated for continuation. In this case, it didn't play out. But always keep in mind, and I will write this down because it's very important and some people don't understand it right away. Just because something happens once or sometimes, it does not mean that you are changing your strategy and plan. What I mean by this? By this, I mean that if you go on charts, sometimes you will also see trend lines be respected. So for example, there is a clear uptrend. We draw the trend line. We know that the trend line is liquidity. Maybe we want to see liquidity taken to reach this demand area to then continue to the upside. Maybe we are also the overall move. Our area is also at a discount, so perfect. And it just doesn't happen. We come here, we respect the trend line, we have a huge move to the upside, it just doesn't happen. Sometimes this will happen and you'll be like, oh, then maybe it doesn't work. No, this is not how it is. The majority of the times you will see the discount and premium area to really help you with your plan, to really help you with your entries, to really help you selecting the supply and demand areas which are better and which are better to avoid. But just because sometimes you will miss entries, like me in this case, doesn't mean that next time you will come here and get this entry that this is what happened later. Doesn't mean that you will do this, because usually we manipulate the high to reach a premium or discount, in this case premium, and then we go down, we mitigate supply, and then we go down. Same thing, usually trend line builds liquidity, usually we have the run of liquidity, and then we go to the upside after reaching a discounted area and demand, okay, unmitigated demand, and then we go to the upside. But sometimes, not very often, but sometimes you will see just the trend line be respected. And if you think about it, this is why there are traders still trading with trend line, still trading with random entries. And this is why they're not profitable, because if you think about it, and this is where I was too about 7 years ago, sometimes you have your nice trend line. You see the first touch, second touch, we are here, we're coming back, you want to enter at your third touch, and it actually holds, and we go to the upside, and I used to win some trades doing this, of course. But think about it, there would be no traders trading with trend line or support and resistance or with premium, you know, or with these things if this never holds. Because if it just never holds, of course, traders will stop using it. But the reality is that sometimes it does hold, and for this reason, traders still use this and still use this way of trading, because sometimes it holds. So they see that one time or two times it works, they be like, oh, therefore the trend line works, the support and resistance works, and then for 5 times in a row, they lose money. So of course, to make retail traders lose money, sometimes these patterns need to hold, but we don't want to trade them just because they hold sometimes to trap retail traders. Okay, this is very, very, very important to keep in mind. So even if here we missed an entry, next time I will look for the same exact thing. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, same thing, Euro JPY, premium and discount. Okay, keep in mind that if you have confirmation, like down here, I will show you the confirmation to go for buys. If you have confirmation and you are at a discount, you can look to counter trend trades to the premium area, okay, targeting premium, and vice versa. If you are at premium, you can target the discount area. Now, I'll show you the confirmation here, and then I'll talk about this. Confirmation here is simply supply areas failing, as you can see, and this is the demand that failed that area. We come back to demand, and then we continue to the upside. Here, down here, we could have had some confirmation, probably this move to the upside. Move to the upside breaks the previous highs. We come back to demand here, and then we continue. Okay, but other than that, which is not the aim of this video. In this video, we're talking about premium and discount. Later, you will understand better the entry types and all of these confirmations. What I was trying to say is that so usually what we want to do is that we have a downtrend, we have premium and discount, and you just want to wait for your retracement to the premium area at a good supply. Maybe there are more, but at a good supply where you will look for confirmations. If there are more supplies, you will look for confirmation, and you enter where you have confirmation, come back to then look for sells and continue. Same thing for buys. Premium and discount, in this case, this is an uptrend. We want to buy at discount. We don't want to buy at any area here. We find our demand. Maybe we have 2, as I was saying. You wait for the price to come back. Maybe here it doesn't give confirmation. Down here it does give confirmation. Okay, and then we look for buys. Now, for more advanced traders, this is not what I really recommend. If you stick to your plan and do this, you really increase your chances. But if you're really comfortable doing, you're a good trader, you're already profitable, and you want to start working on some other concepts that still work, but maybe you go with 0.5% risk instead of 1%. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? You go with half risk, you don't take too many positions of the type that I'm about to explain to you, then it could work. These are the best ones. Now, if you want to counter trend, what I was saying is, let's go back. Okay, so right here, you are at a discount, but we are in a downtrend. So if you enter buys, you will go against the trend, okay? Now, since you are at discount, this is the only thing that allows you to actually believe that we could have buys opportunities. So at discount, we want to buy, as we were saying, but we want to buy better if we are in an uptrend, we pull back to discount and we continue. Not if we are in a downtrend, we are at discount, but we are in a downtrend, okay? With that being said, as I was showing you on EUR/JPY, if you have lower time frames confirmation, which in this case, there could be many, but in this case on EUR/JPY was supply failing and therefore demand being in control, retracement to demand to continue to the upside, you could target you could enter with the right confirmation against the trend in order to target your discounted area where we will continue with the trend. Okay, so you target premium, and in this case, at premium, you target discount. But keep in mind, this is more advanced. This is not where you should start from. This is just a lesson for more advanced traders that will find confirmations from here. Here, for example, we have a consolidation, we have run on liquidity, change of direction, okay, confirmation, we reach supply. Here, this is the change of direction, okay, and everything, break of structure, and we target discount. Enter cells to target discount, okay, knowing that we are in an uptrend and that from here, either this area or this area, we look for buys because the overall trend is to the upside here and to the downside here. I'm just showing you the options to actually counter trend. You just want to keep in mind that if you want to go against the trend, you need to be in a downtrend at discount and in an uptrend at premium. If you want to go against the trend, which is not the best option, you should go with half risk. Well, of course, these are not financial advices, but you understand what I'm saying. Well, if you actually want to go with the trend and play with normal risk instead of going with half risk, then here, push to the downside, you wait for your premium area, supply, push to the downside, okay? Here is the perfect example, EUR/JPY, premium and discount, move to the downside, premium and discount. From up here, we're looking to sell. But from down here, we had confirmations, as I showed you earlier, just go back in the video, for buys to target this area, okay? Let's see some other examples. I had some good examples here. Okay, perfect. This was a trade from a while back, premium and discount. So we are not interested in anything down here. Actually, you can counter trend from here, which is not something that I did, okay? Keep that in mind. Then you have your supply here and supply up here, okay? Here, we just go straight through it, okay? Here, we just don't even stop, we just go straight through it. Here, up here, we reach the supply, we go on lower time frames and we had confirmations, which is the usual confirmation that I will explain in the confirmation video, just consolidation, push to the upside, and continuation to the downside. And the continuation to the downside, without going on lower time frames and messing up the chart, as you can see, I drew the premium and discounted, and I sold from the premium. So same thing on lower time frames for confirmation. When you have this, when you have your schematic, I will show you, of course, better on the confirmation video. Premium and discount, you're not interested down here, but you are interested up here, okay? Very, very important. So premium and discount, both high time frames direction, lower time frames confirmation, both. For high time frames, what I'm talking about is, for me, you can use this on the monthly, on the weekly, on the daily, all the way down to the 1 minute for confirmation. Now, my plan, as you know, I start from the 4 hours, then I go 1 hour, and then I go lower time frames. But for direction, so let's say direction, premium and discount, 4 hours, premium and discount is this. Then I go to the 1 hour, and it's the same, of course. This is the move to the upside. So we are right now at discount. Then maybe you go to lower time frames. You want to look for buys because we are aligned with the direction in the 4 hours and 1 hour. We had the move to the upside. We drew this, we came back to discount, and we are at demand, okay? Now what's missing? Entry confirmation. entry confirmation, I was looking for this. We had push to the upside, breaking all the previous highs. I drew my premium and discount, and I had my demand be at the discount area, and we just didn't come back. So in this case, we didn't come back. What I'm looking for now is this. Let's look if it is acceptable. It almost is, not very, it's not perfect actually. It should be below. So this doesn't meet 100% the plan, okay? KJPY is another trade that I was looking at. Actually, I am still looking at this trade. Move to the downside, premium and discount. Okay, so this could have been one opportunity, which was at premium, but as you can see, we just went straight through it. Then we reached the higher supply on lower time frames, and we have the confirmation that we are changing direction, as you can see. But again, the lower time frames confirmation video will be another one. Now you draw your premium and discount on 5 minutes for confirmation, and you can see that here we're not interested in anything. We could be interested in this area or also this area. Okay, now keep in mind that earlier when we were here, my premium and discount was of course different. Initially it was like this, then we just continued to the downside, we never retraced, and therefore you need to adapt it until we actually change direction, come back up to our areas. But I was not interested in selling from here. But that being said, if you have any question or request for me to cover something else about premium and discount, you can ask me. Always keep in mind to try to use it together with the trend and not against it, as you will increase your possibilities of being accurate and of entering successful trades. But of course, if you are at an advanced level, you can start thinking about some counter trend trades with less risk. And of course, if you take 10 trades in a week, I don't expect that half are together with the trend and half are against it. If you go against it, they should be maximum 10 or 20% of your total trades. So the majority should be with the trend, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next ones.